Welcome to the Band Director Breakfast Show. I'm Jet.
And I'm Steven. Today on the show.
For breakfast, we have chocolate chip granola bars. We play a game about off-brand instruments. We make a music stand out of cardboard. And we settle a bet about archery in the band hall.
Band Director Breakfast Show. We're gonna share with you what we think we know today.
What's for breakfast today, Steven?
Well, we're going to have chocolate chip granola bars.
Nice. How do you make those?
Well, Jet, you start by looking at your weather app and seeing negative temperatures, which never happens in Texas. Then it starts snowing, which is kind of cool until millions of people lose their power. Then everyone starts arguing about windmills and fossil fuels, and you find out what ERCOT stands for. Your water stops working. When it starts again, your kids accidentally flood your bathroom. Now you're under a boil water notice. You go to the store to get some food. They're sold out of a bunch of stuff. Then all you can find is an old granola bar in your pantry, so you eat it in your closet while crying.
Are you okay?
So this was actually a really crazy week here in Texas. We actually were pretty lucky in that our neighborhood, the power never failed, but a lot of people, in fact, millions of people in Texas were without electricity for days during sub-zero temperatures.
So we'd like to take a second to thank the first responders, the line workers, technicians, those providing shelter for people in need. Thank you so much for stepping up to the plate in this time of crisis.
So we're gonna do something different today. We are going to do a game show, and Jet's gonna be the contestant.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I don't know.
You have no idea what I've set up, do you?
He's hidden all this stuff from me.
This is a secret. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to play Knock It Off brand. So there are a lot of off-brand instruments. A great example is Yinama reeds. People were talking about this on Facebook earlier.
Like Yamaha, but Yinama?
Exactly. They said people go, oh, it's Yinama. I've heard of that. That's what I should get my kids.
I got a motorcycle that's Yamaha.
You're right, exactly.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've gone through Amazon. I've looked around on the internet for some off-brand instruments. Okay. And you are going to have to guess if the off-brand name that I give you is a real instrument or if I made it up.
Oh, ooh, I like it. Okay.
This is Knock It Off brand. I have prizes, so if you win, you have your choice of one of the following things. Extra filled chocolate cream sandwich cookies, like Oreos but $1 cheaper. Honey Nut Toasted Oats. We're not legally allowed to say whether or not they taste like Cheerios. And cola. It's just cola. And to win, you have to get 3 out of the 5 correct. You have to get more right than wrong.
3 out of how many?
3 out of 5.
5? Okay.
I got 5.
Okay, I can do that.
You ready?
Yeah.
So here is the first brand name, and I've got it here on a tablet so you can see it. Band Now.
Okay.
Is there an instrument that you can buy called Band Now that is an off-brand musical instrument?
So do I just tell you what I think, or do I get to ask questions?
You can tell me what you think about the name.
Well, Band Now, that makes me feel like there's some expedient company that you can just mail order instruments at the drop of a hat. Kind of like Amazon, but band instruments. Even though Amazon already has those things. I've seen some pretty bad ones on Amazon, but I've never seen Band Now. I've never seen that brand. Ooh. Did you make this up?
Did I make it up, or is it a real thing? Band Now.
I think you made it up.
You think I made it up?
I think you made it up.
Band Now is a real instrument that you can buy. Band Now. I really like the branding. Band Now. It makes me feel like, I don't want to wait. I got it. But it's real.
Dang, this is hard. I have to strategize. Either I say none of them are band instruments, or from now, I don't know. I feel like if I flip-flop, I'm just really digging a hole. So I have to think, how many of these would you pick? I'm metagaming too much. Let's just go.
Sky Band. You've seen Sky Mall magazine? Well, this is an instrument called Sky Band. Is this a real instrument company or brand that you can get?
I'm saying because you came up immediately with, you've heard of Sky Mall, that was inspiration for you to create the name Sky Band.
Okay.
So that's where I'm starting with it.
Okay. I can see that. That's
okay, so is this like a drone delivery system?
Right, they should drop
Just drop them right in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're even faster than Band Now.
Yes, they could save people a lot of heartache if they just crash to the ground. Oh gosh, I think it's fake.
You think it's fake?
Final answer.
Skyband is a real instrument brand that you can get on Amazon.
The strategy's not working.
No. So far, we've done 2 questions. You've got them both wrong. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, next one. Musiphone. Musiphone. Is that a real off-brand instrument, or is it a real fake instrument that I made up?
Okay, I'm gonna start metagaming a little bit.
Okay.
So we've had 2 in a row that were not real. Now, would you put the poison in the glass in front of me or in front of you?
The other 2 were real.
That's right.
That's
I said they were wrong, but they were not real, but they're real.
They were real.
Okay. So, I think you would not do 3 in a row that would match. So I have to remember now what the other ones were. They were real. Okay.
Yes.
Musiphone?
Musiphone.
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 So, it sounds like an instrument, not a brand of instrument.
Okay.
Okay, first off.
So like a saxophone.
But then Maraphone, oh gosh.
Or Epiphone, the guitars.
Yeah, there's a lot of holes in that logic already. Oh gosh, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad if this is real. I'm metagaming. I'm saying you would not do 3 in a row, but you might do it. You might just put the poison in the glass in front of me.
You've made your decision then?
Not remotely.
Please be fake.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
I made this one up. Yes, you got one right. Yeah.
I was really afraid you're gonna make them all real ones.
I thought
Okay.
about that. Here's the next one. All right, so
So nervous.
you know Con Selmer.
I do. I'm
Have
aware.
you heard of Selman? It's like Selmer, but it has an N instead of an R. Do you think someone is manufacturing Selman instruments?
That's a
to
lawsuit.
people?
But Yenama, or is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
If Yenama's a thing, then Selman can totally be a thing. This almost seems like one that if I think hard enough about it, I can convince myself I've seen it before. That's how good this one is. Either you've made up a really good one or it's a real fake one.
You're trying to trick me into giving away something. It won't work.
What else can I say about this except that this is obviously fake. You made this one up.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't make it up. It's a real thing. Selman is a real instrument. It's a real thing. I mean, depending on how you define real instrument. Like, it exists in the real world. If it plays, people don't seem to like them very much. Selman is a real thing. You lost.
So I think this is a real instrument.
Yeah. But you said it, you thought it was a fake one.
Thought I could get you.
Okay.
So I think that this game is rigged. I feel like it's unfair.
That people manufacture these instruments with names that you can't tell if they're real or not.
Yeah.
You lose.
I lost bad.
You lost by a lot.
Lost hard.
Oh.
You couldn't have done any better. Don't act like you could have.
Probably not.
What
All
in
right.
the world?
I'm going to take these to my children.
Okay.
And I think I lose if I give them all the sugar. So this week we're actually filming the show out in my wife's art studio in our garage. And since we're here and there's all these crafting materials, I thought I would show you a project that your students can make that they can use to be better instrumentalists. This is how you make your own desktop music stand out of cardboard. This stand is going to be made out of 3 pieces of cardboard. One that's the stand, one that's the base, and one that's the tray. I'm going to take and trace the dimensions onto each one of these pieces of cardboard and then cut them out to size. I'm using an X-Acto knife, which is probably the most dangerous thing I do on a yearly basis, other than maybe the first week of beginner clarinets. On the base piece of cardboard, I'm going to score on one side along the dotted lines where we're going to be folding this to create the box shape. It's super important that you only cut through one outside layer of paper and you don't cut all the way through the cardboard here. Now we take and fold along those lines on the opposite side that we cut. Now, we're pretty much done with this shape, but we want to make it pretty, so we're going to go ahead and cover it all with paper. After the pieces are covered with paper, it's time to glue the thing together. So I really like the way this thing turned out. Now you can order a cardboard music stand online pretty cheap, but there's something kind of therapeutic about making your own. So the plans for these with instructions that you could share with your students as a project is on our website, and you can find that link in the comments below.
In our first episode, we scoured Yellow Board for posts and we found one about archery in the band hall.
Turns out that post was posted by one of our friends who was actually posting about another one of our friends, Dane Richardson at Holliday High School.
It's a small world, man.
Yeah, he has an archery class in his band hall.
Wild.
And so we called him up to ask our questions and settle our bet. Can you introduce yourself real quick? Tell us where you're at.
My name is Dane Richardson, and I'm the head band director at Holliday High School.
So on our first episode, we talked about a band that had an archery class in the band hall. That's your band. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so this is my first year at Holliday, and they were kind of telling me throughout the, things to expect throughout the year. The band staff was, for the longest time, I kind of thought they were joking. When you have somebody new on the job, you might play a prank on them, like go find the treble clef baritone mouthpiece or the elbow mouthpiece or something, and then it was, as it got closer, it was almost like an intervention. It was like, well, no, this is actually happening. We've got to prepare the room for this and that kind of thing. And so, they do a fantastic job, the ag department does, of preparing the room for that, where it's minimally invasive and they've kind of protected everything. And it actually ended up being a pretty cool thing. Like when you hear, okay, yeah, we teach an archery class in the band hall, you think worst case scenario, is there an arrow sticking out of a tuba or a kid or something? But it's very well organized. It's very well done. They've been doing it for a long time. It just, it's one of those things where probably a lot of schools have things that they do that seem normal to them, and everyone else is like, "Whoa, y'all do what?" Kind of thing. So, they do a great job with it. It's not been a problem at all.
That sounds awesome. It's ridiculous. So now, can you help us settle a bet? So, do they use foam arrows or arrows with like bean bags on them, or?
They're real arrows with target tips, and if you don't know what the target, basically if you look like the sharpened end of a pencil, those. They're not. They're target tips.
Well, hey, thank you so much, Dane. We appreciate you being on the show.
Oh yeah, hey, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I love the show. Glad to do it. Glad to be a part of it.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
We hope that you enjoyed the show. These ideas, they work great for us, but they might not work for you. If you have better ideas or different ideas, leave them in the comments below.
And remember, get lots of rest.
Stay hydrated.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
And don't forget to eat breakfast.